So today we got the call for an odor of gas at this residence. We responded down, found levels of carbon monoxide in excess of 200 parts per million on the first floor. Downstairs in the basement we had levels in excess of 350 parts per million. We got the residents out of the house as quickly as possible, and then we determined that the generator running on the back deck was the cause of the excessive levels of carbon monoxide inside the house.
Now, it's your understanding anything over 400 parts per million can be life-threatening after 3 hours of exposure. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Actually, anything over 100 parts per million with over 8 hours exposure could be life-threatening, and they had 3 times that level, over 3 times that level, almost 4 times that level in the house here. So, like you said, after a couple hours, it could be deadly.
And what is the safe level again?
The safe level is 50 parts per million for 8 hours. That's the OSHA requirement. 35 is kind of the baseline where everything trips as far as home detectors and stuff like that go.
And what's your message to the public here today?
My message to the public... Hold on a second. Okay, my message to the public today is to just use caution. There's a lot of areas of the Cape that, because of this storm, are without power. People are trying to use alternative heat sources. Use caution with generators. We don't want to get them too close to the house. Make sure they're in a well-ventilated area so that those exhaust fumes do not end up in a house and potentially affect somebody's life.
So I know you can't tell me too much about it, but how did this get discovered? Was it an older person in a wheelchair and maybe a nurse found the person, or how did you get the call?
There was a resident at the house with a visiting nurse that was at the house. They smelled an odor of gas in the house, which now we believe was exhaust gas from the generator. They called 911, and that's when we came down and we just started metering things and came up with those levels.